Hey everybody, Chris Bucci here. Last time we put on a bunch of mods and now we're gonna put on a bunch more. Hey everybody, welcome back.
Since I joined these men, I have seen shit that'll turn you white.
Awesome. When I first got the game, I made some little adjustments that I read about beforehand that other collectors were doing to it. And this isn't really a mod, I just want to kind of go over them really quickly. I put on the Pinball Life springs to help with the Scoleri brothers drop targets, but I heard that Stern has changed those springs so they're actually working fine now, so it might have actually been overkill, but you shouldn't have a problem with those probably anymore. I also bent the main ramp switch a bit so it registered, and now it's like 100%, and I read about that ahead of time. I also noticed that Slimer was dragging his butt against here when he was coming down and around. You can see it in very early shots. So all I did was I lifted the armature and kind of bent it up just enough that he doesn't actually rub against there, and now he moves around absolutely perfectly. Those are adjustments that you might want to make if you get a game right away, and I'll tell you what, I made those pretty much right away, and I've not had this glass off really since I put the first mods on. It's perfect. As you can tell, we're actually going to put this side stuff on soon. We're also going to put this Firehouse on soon. That's coming up, so I'm shooting this after the fact. A little bit of camera magic. I wanted to show this really quickly. Who are you going to call Ghostbusters? Sort of a bumper sticker that came with the game. I showed it briefly in the first video, but I think that's actually kind of cool. There's one thing, however, that I want to put on before we continue the video, and that's this green spring. The shooter was kind of throwing the ball really fast around the loop. And I heard that if you replace the spring with a slightly less aggressive one, it actually does a much cleaner job. And my friend Kevin out in Buffalo said, hey, this is what I put on my game and it's perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on and I'm gonna give it a try. And then we gotta put these back because we didn't even have to take this apart. I don't know why I was thinking we had to take it apart. But I was able to kind of center this shooter housing a little bit on the front because it was a little bit angled. So I guess there was a plus to doing it that way. I guess that's what I'm going to tell myself. Okay. Oh yeah, it does change the strength a little. Not by much though. And that's pretty much it. I updated the code, as you can imagine from the last time. So now let's talk about some of this other stuff you see on here next. Okay, shaker motor time. There we go. Open machine, lift playfield, remove coin box. Done. Let's take it out of there. Okay, there is our shaker motor. I wasn't going to get it actually, but John himself told me the shaker stuff really adds a lot of nice effects to Ghostbusters. Make sure that the wire harness is facing toward the outside of the cabin. Okay. A lot of them get oh well. Install the hard plastic cover over the shaker assembly. Secure it bracket with two Phillips heads. All right. Here. That one. Here. Here. So I took the cover off really quickly to show you how this works in case you didn't know. Basically, these spin around and it creates a shake depending on how much it spins and how quickly. And that's what shakes the game. And that's it.
You're right, no.
Alright, we have the art blades, which I was going to wait on until last because I had a feeling they were going to be my least favorite mod to put on. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and get it done. Why not? Okay, stop. Alright, here we are once again in the future. The side stuff is already on. I just want to say one thing. Don't put these on the way that I put these on in the video, okay? I took the hard way, which is not removing the playfield and doing a bend around it, and it was just the wrong method. I never did one of these before, and I thought, yeah, I can do this without looking. I recently helped put one on a friend of mine's game, and we literally took the playfield out, set it right in the front of the machine, put the side stuff on, put a little protection on the front of it to protect it, and then put the playfield back in, and it was so much easier. I mean, they went on perfectly, but don't do it this way. Okay, quick disclaimer. Let's watch me do it wrong. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to clean the cap in on the side, and we're going to also punch this hole out. Yeah, right there. You got to make sure that hole is punched out. So let's clean the side of the cabinet first, and then we're going to do the best we can on this side to align it straight as we can be. And we clamp it just like this. It's just a little bit below where the glass is going to be. And these are really, really heavy duty. So, we'll cut it up there. Now, we'll be really, really careful, and we'll put it right here. See, these are so nice you don't have to worry about bubbles at all. They're just so well done. There we go. Just to get it in the back here, which you should be able to do by just lowering the playfield down up against all the way as far as it'll go. Drop it down. Yep, and that will allow us access to the back. Peel opposite side. All the way out. And then carefully good. Perfect. Round one complete. Okay, shall we cut to a musical montage? Yes, let's. Side holes cut out a little bit differently. Luckily you can't tell, and man do those look nice. Very, very happy with these. Since they were designed by the same guy who did all the art on the game, it just really blends in with everything and it sort of completes the look of the machine. Excellent. I guess we should do the last thing that I want to do, which is the Ghostbusters Fire Headquarters house building thing from Mezel Mods. I also got the slime stuff. Not really sure if I'm going to keep the slime stuff. That's kind of questionable. I wasn't really certain if I wanted those, but you had to buy them with the entire kit. Included in the kit basically was the Ghostbusters Firehouse cover, as well as Flipper Bats stickers. I guess they're called Pinball Flipper Bat Mods. I don't know if you can see them, but they've got like no ghost symbols. They're kind of nice. I'm not really interested in them, but inside the baggie was also a little sign. It's peel off these two adhesive thingamabobbers. That's those two. Make sure it's in. And then we push it down. There we go. Nice, very nice. I like it. All right, not bad. I kind of wish it was a little more aligned. See how it should be? It should almost be like that, so you can see. But it looks nice. I love the way it adds a little more dimension to the Ghostbusters headquarters, and it kind of matches the other three-dimensional buildings that are on the game already. All right, then we have this little green slime. And we've got some, little double-sided foam pads to hold it in place. Just pull the coating off. And then this guy just sits right there. There we go. It's not the same color of Slimer, but when the game is going, I'll bet it'll look okay. I like it. Kind of covers up that ugly armature at the edge. All right, so we're pretty much done here. Everything is complete together. I'm pretty happy. There's a couple of other things here. I've got these came with the kit. They're supposedly supposed to be covers for the spotlights. Spotlight slime covers. One for each side. I think there's enough slime on the playfield, and I think there's a few different colors of slime between the neon green on the top of Slimer. Slimer's kind of dark green, and then sort of this other different green around the playfield. Flipper covers, flipper bat covers. They actually go on top of the flipper bats. I'm not really all that much into that. I think it's a little too busy, so I'm not going to put those on. But you know what? One thing that kind of bummed me out was that there wasn't anything on the coin door. All the other Stern games up till this point has had like a nice little sticker on the coin door. My Tron, my Star Trek, and Ghostbusters just has this kind of empty coin door. So I think I'm going to put one of these flipper bats on there, maybe along the top edge. I have a slight little nick, and it was my fault. Kind of put a little scratch on the top of this stupid coin door. And that'll cover it up quite nicely, and I'll save the other one. The last thing here is we have the Ghostbusters sign. Normally it would attach to the side here of the Firehouse, but I like the fact that the Ghostbusters headquarters has the sign coming out the side it would normally be coming out of. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't really have anywhere that I want to put it. Okay.
Good guess, but wrong.
I'm very happy with the mods, and I think I'm done. My only real complaint about the kit is that the Firehouse doesn't quite sit perfectly in the windows and register really well. I actually cut out the foam and put some thinner tape there, hoping that that would actually push it down some, and it did a tiny bit, but it's still a little bit off. But honestly, from the player's perspective, kind of where you're facing right now, you can't really tell. It's more when you look on it straight on, which you're probably not going to do unless you play really low to the game. So overall, I'm happy with it. I just wish it was cut through the windows a little bit better, at least my copy. And from what I've seen in other videos and pictures, that's just the way that it is. Really nice though. I was asked if I could talk a little more about the topper and how it's integrated with the game. As of now, the current code, it's used a little bit, and whether it's good enough for you is up to you. If I turn the game on and I start it, you'll see it light up immediately, like right away. And this is, of course, version 1.1.3, which is the current code as of now. And there it goes. So see, you have it going and you have it going. It actually comes on during attract mode quite a bit. It stays on for a good amount of time. It also comes on during We Got One, and every time you make a shot. And I think there's a couple other times, like during a ball save, it'll come on very briefly. I wouldn't say it's on all the time, so if you want it to be on all the time, you're going to be disappointed. I guess for my money, I kind of like the fact that it's not on all the time. I guess it's kind of like the Getaway, where it's on when it's supposed to be. I don't know. I like it. I think it's about $100 too much, to be honest with you. But, you know, if it's something you have to have, like I had to have it, well, get it. It really completes the game, in my opinion. Now, I know this isn't really a mod per se, but I was able, when I was at Stern Pinball, to get my translate signed by John Trudeau, Dwight Sullivan, and Zombie Yeti, who was nice enough to do it after the fact. So it was really cool to get the designer, the programmer, and the artist to sign my translate. It's funny, the autographs kind of disappear when the whole thing is lit. I noticed that on other games, like my Tron, for example, that John Borg's autograph and Lonnie Ropp's autograph are there when it's off, and then as soon as that fluorescent bulb kicks on, it kind of disappear. But anyway, this back glass is just a perfect capper to the additions on the entire game, and I'm really, really happy. And that's it, folks. Well, that's it. Ghostbusters mods are installed, so now it's time to just sit back and play the game. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, keep on flipping.